Radio.
What up, what up?
Woo, coming to you live from the kitchen island with zero video again.
And we try to record on Wednesday, but it's already Thursday.
Camera. Yeah. Is it? Oh, God damn, it is, man.
It's already Thursday.
Yeah. Welcome to October.
Welcome, that's right. Welcome back, everybody, to the Carpet Footman Podcast. He is Juan and I'm Sean, and every week we get together, have a few drinks, talk about things going on in the world, try to focus on things making an impact, whether they be good, bad, or otherwise. Hit them with a drink of the day.
Dude, we got a simple one this week, man. One of my favorite things to do, cocktails to make, is like always a whiskey and ginger ale.
Mhm.
You know, I think it's obviously easy to make. You know, it's delicious, and then it's like a one you can kind of pace yourself and enjoy throughout the day, especially on like a football Sundays. I like to have it throughout. So this is like a take on that. Kind of kept it simple. So we did in a rocks glass filled with ice. Did 2 ounces of the Jameson, a half ounce of cherry juice, and a half ounce of lime juice, and then top off with the ginger ale. And as always, you know, we like to use the Fever Tree ginger ale. Everybody I put on to Fever Tree ginger ale always tells me, like, bro, I've never had ginger ale before, period, clearly, because whether it's one of the other ginger ale brands, they're like, it doesn't even taste the same. It's amazing. So do the Fever Tree ginger ale to top it off. Stir it up, and that's it. It's straightforward, man.
And use the tart cherry juice.
Yeah,
right?
Tart cherry juice. I wanted to do muddled cherries, and I couldn't find cherries.
So is the tart cherry juice? Is it like it actually says tart cherry juice?
It's just tart cherry. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's really strong, man. If you get heavy with that cherry juice, it's going to get tart. So it is not lying on that label, but it's really simple. And then adding the cherry juice adds that little color to it, and just the hint of the flavor. So we call it the Bloody Jameson.
All right.
The Bloody Jameson, man. So have at it. Let us know what y'all think. This one should be straightforward.
In the Halloween season?
Yeah, right. So for y'all who always think we making too much fancy shit, too much bougie, that's easy. You could buy all this at your local grocery store, pretty much. Even the Jameson, I had an Instacart guy deliver the Jameson here, because I didn't want to go out to the liquor store.
Do they card you when they get here?
Yeah. They'll ask for your ID.
Yeah, okay.
Dude, you know what, man? Now we talk about it. The guy brought the Jameson.
Yeah.
And so I have to answer the door, and he has to scan my ID. He's holding a baby, like this thing looks fresh.
Baby?
Yeah, like a baby. He's holding a baby's thing. And the baby's cute, right? So I'm like, oh man, how many months is the baby? And he's like, oh, baby's 8 months. And he starts apologizing. I'm sorry, you know, like thing. I'm like, oh man, I ain't worried about the baby. That's cool, man. Look, I respect the hustle. Like, you know, he's just, and he goes, yeah. His mom just got deported recently, so I don't really have any options for childcare, but I gotta keep working because I gotta feed her.
Ice came and got him.
Yeah, dude, got him, man. And then I looked at his profile picture on my Instacart. He's right, bro. I was like, you're coming, man. They coming, bro. I was like, damn, bro. Now look at his profile picture, and it's clearly her on his Instacart. Yeah. They must share it, maybe like what they do together or something. Right. But he's basically like, I don't have anybody to take care of him. I can't stop working. So, and I was like, yo, for all you motherfuckers that don't work or in America, can't find jobs or whatever your excuse is.
Or just complaining
or complaining about shit, man. Like,
shut the fuck up.
Yeah, shut the fuck up, bro. And actually, that's
wait, let me hit him with the shut
hit him with the George Bush thing. Also, I feel attacked by today. I felt attacked by Gary Vee. This leads like so perfectly into I think I was telling you that I read a quote from Gary Vee today, and I felt attacked.
Ooh, I know Gary Vee, usually around this time, which is like the last quarter of the year, he always goes like, yo, there's 3 months left in the year. Fucking stop fucking around. Go do what you've been wanting to do. He does this shit every year. Dude,
I don't know if I just like stop paying attention or my algorithm or whatever it is, bro.
What do you say?
I'm going to read the quote, man, because now that he said that, it reminded me. Bro, his quote today was, complaining is for fucking losers. If you don't, I was like, okay. Like, if you don't like how your company is rolling, quit. Be accountable. You're unhappy that nobody listens to you, go find someplace that will. Or know that you're staying there for another 3 years because you're paying off something or something else important, and shut your fucking mouth. But just complaining is for losers. You're in control. And I was like, well, goddamn, Gary. You know what, Gary? Let me live, Gary.
Gary, when it's to David Goggins, apparently.
And then I see this guy rolling up today. He tells me that story, and I go, I gotta get this guy a shirt or something that he can put on the baby that says, "My mom was deported. Please tip my dad more." I'm like, bro, you need to monetize this situation because maybe he lied to me. I don't know, but I fell for it.
He got a little extra in the bag.
Yeah, you got a bag, man. All that to tell you, I bought Jameson on Instacart. The drink is easy, guys. And Gary Vee called me a fucking loser today, so.
Dude, you know, sometimes, man, you get those posts, and Gary Vee's one of those guys that's kind of good for it. He kind of calls you out on your bullshit. And that's one of them, right? Where it's like, if you're not happy where you're at, like, fucking leave. And most of us will make excuses as to why we can't leave.
Right.
Or, you know, and even if it's not making excuses to anybody else, just to ourselves, man, we find reasons to stay in situations that we don't like.
Well, we find excuses for everything, man.
Yeah.
Because comfort is the.
You don't want to deal with it, right? You don't want to deal with the discomfort that comes with.
Yeah, man.
The discomfort, maybe the uncertainty that comes with leaving.
Right. Like, listen, the worst thing that can happen to us is like paychecks and like the comfort that we get from just the devil that we know, right? Is better than the devil that you don't.
Right.
And the fear is on the other side, man. And we're not like, life's gotten so like easy for us that we're also not risk takers in that sense that like, yeah. I think about shit all the time where I'm like, man. Like,
dude, our lives are really good, man.
Yeah.
For the most part, right? Not everybody got hard. I mean,
everybody has a different
right. You got
thing,
the Instacart guy walking around with his baby.
Yeah.
Probably not the best situation, but
you know what though, man? That dude
making the best.
That dude that answered the door, that dude was smiling.
Yeah.
He was happy. He was making jokes. He was thinking the baby was happy. My dog was like there, so he's like trying to get the baby to like interact with the dog. And the baby's happy as shit, smiling to the dog. And I'm just like, bro, this dude's smiling. He's got to carry his baby for knows how long. It's not easy to get into here. You know, it's like you got to unbuckle your baby, come out here. You know, it's like there's so many excuses that I could have made to not do that and all that and to just do it. I was like, yeah, I saw that shit. I was like, man, I'd be complaining about dumb shit. And then it makes you realize how good your life is. It's just like, man, like that guy is, yeah, it's fucking delivering whatever it takes that day. Like my order was easy, right? It was literally a bottle of Jameson. And also goes to show how fucking spoiled we are. I ordered a $28 bottle of liquor to have someone bring it to my door because I don't want to leave my house. And like, like
where is the liquor store?
I don't know. It's a couple blocks away. All right, don't judge me. That's not the point of the story, Sean. The guy's mom got deported. Don't lose sight of the fucking facts here.
Why? The question is, why are you ordering liquor on Instacart?
No, the question is why are we sending away hardworking Instacart delivery people, and then I'm gonna have to go to the liquor store next time because you sent away. Bring them back.
Yo, that's funny that he that he volunteered that information to you. Like, oh, ICE took they deported my chick.
I think it was, yeah, and who knows? It could be a point of like, let me get this guy to feel sorry for me. But it was, I asked him how the baby was, and I don't know, maybe the way I asked, I didn't think I asked, but I was like genuinely, like I was playing with the baby. You know, like, I like babies. I'm like, oh, and I'm like, oh, how old is he? And that like, for whatever reason, it sparked him to like be apologetic. And I was like, oh, bro, I'm not bothered at all. I was just asking you. I wasn't trying to be judgmental about it. You know, like I wonder if he took that as like, man, how old is that baby? Why you out here dragging out a baby at, you know, whatever time they do shit? And maybe that's how he took it. But I genuinely was like curious, right?
He gets that shit.
Right. And so I was like, oh no, I was genuinely curious. I was asking a cute baby, you know, playing, and I'm just like, oh man, how old he is? And then
our society is judgmental as fuck.
Yeah,
somebody else
for sure.
And then you like, yo, what?
Dude, the minute that guy, and it's not the first time I've seen it. I've seen delivery drivers here, like whether it's Uber Eats, Instacart, whatever, bring their kids to my door, or I see them in the elevators with packages all the time, bro. And that's why I go, like, I have zero empathy for people who just like make excuses for shit, because I'm just like, bro. Like I've seen women here with fucking wagons full of groceries that they'll go do for people for like Instacart and all that shit. And they'll have 2 or 3 kids with them. Their kids are on iPads and they're just in the elevator or whatever. And they'll go do the deliveries and they go out, or the kids help them and all that stuff. I'm like, bro, they could have stayed home and just be like, I can't because my kids, but made that shit happen, bro. I'm like, I respect the hustle. And so like the minute he came to my door, automatically the switch in my head went, I respect the hustle, bro. You rolled up here with your baby. Like, I don't know. I didn't know the story. I didn't know the thing. I just knew this guy was delivering shit and he was carrying his baby. And I was like, you know what, bro? You left your fucking house tonight. You could have been doing anything.
Because not for that, man, the story could have been, oh, like his mama's working.
Yeah, right.
And
or I just like to have him with me or
him
whatever. I don't know. I was like,
that's true too.
Right, like her mom works a night job, or hers is not as lean. Like mine, I'm working with my, you know, whatever it was. I just went, oh, cool, man. I respect the hustle. And then he hit me with that, and I was like, fuck, man. And it was a little heartbreaking because you're just like, man, I don't know the story behind like why she got deported. You just hear everybody gets deported now, right? So I don't know. There could have been something that led to it. Nah, whatever, right? Like, so I don't know, but still, it kind of fucking sucked. And then it just made me go like, God damn, bro, I be complaining about dumb shit. And I'm just like, I ain't want to leave my house for I could literally walk a few blocks to buy this
of course.
shit, bro. Yeah. So
why?
shout out to
You gave him a job, right?
Yeah. But
he helped out somebody else.
I was like, I felt like I'd seen a lot of signs like between Gary Vee and then that shit. I was like, man, I feel like the universe is trying to tell me I'm a piece of shit today.
I feel like that most days.
Shout out to my Instacart, Dario. Thank you for the Jameson. This shit is amazing. I've had 47 drinks.
All right, man. Hit him with the carbon footprint. What we got?
Dude, this week my carbon footprint is going out to the transaction, I guess, that is the sale of Electronic Arts, man, EA. Those that know, EA is the company behind a lot of video games.
Big time video games.
Battlefield, FIFA, NBA Live, fucking Madden. Yeah, there's a lot of Star Wars games. I mean, there's a lot of giant franchises behind some EA games, and they're local here. Obviously, one of their offices anyway. Their corporate headquarters is in California, but they do have an office here locally, a couple blocks from here, and they sold in a $55 billion deal. It's the largest private deal ever done.
Were they public?
They were a public company, and if you were a shareholder, you got $210, I believe. Let me look. Yeah, $210 per share was what you got. And so
hold on. So they're not. So they bought out everybody.
Yeah. When a company goes private from public,
so they did go private.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
So that's what I say. It's the largest. So it's private equity, and then they're taking the company private. So the company, the deal was actually done by. The Sims is the other big game that they have. So it's being acquired by an investor group, including Saudi Arabia Sovereign Wealth Fund, the PIF. So the investors with that, so it's Saudi Arabia is the larger investor, but they had already owned.
That's not all money.
A lot of stock. We make jokes about that shit all the time. Never fucking bought that. But oddly enough, man, Jared Kushner, who's Trump's son-in-law, is part of the group that bought it. He in a private equity firm called Silver Lake Partners. And there was another firm. Jared Kushner's firm, the Silver Lake firm, and then the Saudi fund own it. And yeah, dude, it's massive. So the PIF already owned like 9.9, just under 10% of investment in it, I think, when it was public.
Okay.
And oddly enough, man, I thought PIF stayed away from publicly held companies, but in kind of like researching this deal or reading the details behind this deal, turns out that's not true at all. They have a lot of stake in public companies and a lot of video games companies. And so going back to 3 years ago, 2022, they decided to make a lot of investments in gaming. And so they already own a stake in a lot of other video game companies. I gave this shit the carbon footprint in my mind because I go, obviously, avid gamer. My kids were avid gamers, and for a long time, I mean, I don't game as much anymore, but still sort of keep up with the industry stuff and all that. And it made me laugh because I go, like, the biggest game coming out for them in the next week is Battlefield. Battlefield 6.
I've seen the commercials for that.
Battlefield. When I was playing Battlefield, I had to blow up some terrorists in the Middle East, and so. I started wondering, how does the content change? And now that the Saudis own it, like, are we going to be blowing up terrorists in the Middle East? Are we going to be blowing up people in New York or like New Orleans or like the Midwest?
Or is it regional?
Or is it,
right?
Do you change it?
Do you change it to
but if you work for these guys now.
Like you sell it in Palestine? Are you blowing up Israel?
Blowing up Israelis? Yeah. You'd be like, yo, mission 1, take out the Gaza Strip. just be a drone strike out of fucking baby shower.
You ain't right.
Dude, then I go, or do they just strictly make flight simulators now? Like, where is like, how do they shift? And then can you imagine being a game developer there trying to set the stage for these guys? Like, yo, what are you making? We're going to make Battlefield. Like, what are you doing? All right, so we're looking for Bin Laden. Like, just hear me out. Let me finish. Like, at the end of the game, like the boss battle is they got to fucking kill some guy wearing a ninja costume in the desert. It's just like, are they still allowed to do that?
It's very true, man. Right? I mean, unless they go like, oh, well, again, I don't know where some of these games sell the best. right? You just assume it's the U.S., but I don't know that for a fact.
Yeah.
And if you go, well, these type of games with these scenarios sell really well in the West, so we'll just keep doing that.
Yeah, but it's like, right, but it goes against, their like core
Yeah, like
beliefs,
core
right?
beliefs, yeah.
Dude, like even The Sims, like I'm thinking about The Sims now. So The Sims is like a game where you basically simulate real life. Like you get to take
Yes.
control of a character. You create a character and you do a scenario. So like if you're a woman in The Sims, do you have to wear the whole hijab, right? And then it's like your whole thing is you cooking and cleaning and serving your husband. That's the simulation. And then you're not allowed to drive in it.
Or vote.
Or vote.
Wait a minute, I kind of like this game.
And I was like, yo, maybe they're onto something with the driving. Then I was like, bro, this changes so many games. FIFA are only the Middle Eastern teams good. Fucking only even. It's like, yo, why does Barcelona suck?
I wonder what the developers for the games are they outsourced?
It's gotta be. Yeah, because they do like third
today.
party. There's other publishers and stuff like that too.
But
that
are they
work with,
outsourced out of the country?
Oh,
So like I know, just being like in technology, there's things, like we outsource to, to like Pakistan.
yeah.
And, like
a
there's
lot of shit in South America,
there's a lot of,
India.
there's a lot of stuff in India and in and around India, right? That where developers they have a lot of good developers there. So I wonder, like, do those, does EA do that today? I don't know.
Right, maybe.
And if they don't, then do they start? Do they still use them? I don't know. But
it's gonna be
we'll see.
It's gonna be fun to watch, man.
Or we won't, because I won't be watching.
We're gonna get or they just make shitty games, or do they get better? It's like fucking The Sims just become you trying to kill journalists, and fucking fucking Battlefield is you just blowing up every newspaper. Every mission is you blowing up whatever the major newspaper company is in the city. It's gonna be
with the way the climate is here. I know we joke about this.
Yeah,
shit, man, with the way the climate is here, man, with like our sort of like political divisiveness, man, here is like, man, I don't know. And this honestly takes away from the EA Sports selling, but I wonder if we as a society is like heading towards like a civil war.
Oh, like you mean not just within like our country, but you just in
No, like within our country.
Oh. That'd be fascinating, because like how would that work? Like now, like I don't
know. We all gotta go buy guns.
Yeah, I'm trying to think, man. Like people in Alabama, you just hide, fucking their keys to their car. We won. You can defeat every black neighborhood by just flooding them.
Where my iron ducks.
Every Latino battle takes place at the child support office. Like, yo, I'm an equal opportunist with this racism.
Oh, wait a minute. Not anymore, man. Bad Bunny is now the headliner.
Let's fucking go, bro.
Super Bowl next year. Or this year's Super Bowl. Freaking the 2025 freaking NFL season Super Bowl will be headlined by Mr. Bad Bunny. If y'all listen, we gave him the carbon footprint last week for all of his like sort of the impact of his concerts and the financial impact that those things had. And then this week, this guy Bad Bunny was announced as the headliner.
Yeah,
which is he's the first
non-English speaking,
right? First like Latino headliner.
Yeah,
I think. I know J-Lo did one of the.
Yeah. But she's doing it in English, right? So I think the big deal here is he's performing in Spanish, right? Like, and he performed with J-Lo at her. Yeah. So he was part of her performance.
Was J Balvin part of her performance too?
I think so.
Okay.
I think you're right. And then she has Shakira, because hers was the dual thing
Shakira
with
was-
Shakira and her, right? Was that the same one?
Oh yeah, I think
Was it the same one? They
that's
had like a
right.
dual thing, right? Yeah. So like, yeah, she's Latina, but he's like the first, I think, artist, like non-English speaking artist, you know. So
Because
in a lot of
also,
ways,
I think before, like Gloria Estefan has done it.
yeah,
Enrique Iglesias has done it.
yep,
But I think both of them have had English hits.
yeah. What do we call
Right?
Michael Jackson?
Christina Aguilera.
What does he count? The Asian Michael Jackson? He did it. Was he already? Was he converted?
I don't know if he was still black then or not.
No, I don't think when Michael Jackson did it, because he had a fire performance though. His performance is a banger. I'm trying to think if he was turned himself to an Asian lady already by then.
Yeah, pretty.
He was, right?
Yeah.
No, so first Latino, man, like, and then first non-English speaking performance. But it's funny, we had talked about it last week and we were in a car, but obviously we didn't think this was coming.
No, definitely
In
not.
fact, I think most of us thought Taylor Swift was going to be the artist, and rightfully so.
Yeah,
I mean,
so, yeah.
biggest artist in the world. I would say Bad Bunny's probably the biggest artist in the world right now, but then Taylor Swift will drop an album, in the next few weeks or the month or whatever, and she'll probably, she'll get up there. But he's just so universally, I think. Dude, the amount of people that I know that don't speak Spanish that listen to him is staggering, like even on a personal level. Like people have talked about it, not just like people you see online.
Yeah, not just me.
Right, like just a lot, man. I know a lot of people are like, I don't know what the fuck he's saying, but I vibe with it, like so many people,
dude.
man.
Dude, his music, his voice, his flow, right? Like those three things together that shit makes bangers.
Right.
Dude, how many mumble rappers do you not understand, but because of like
Bangers. Future.
right.
Made an entire fucking
Career,
genre, career, not only that, and it influenced an entire generation of the current generation of rap music is Future inspired, like it or not, right? Like it's all inspired by Future, man.
But but dude, so from this this announcement, when they first announced it, I sort of had like not mixed feelings. I was kind of I was like celebrating the fact that he's gonna do it. However, I was also going like, man, are you alienating a lot of the American NFL fan base, right?
Okay.
But then I started thinking about the NFL in itself, and I was like, man, the last few years they have been expanding their the games that are not played in the United States.
Yeah.
And they've already talked about every year they're gonna almost like play another game. Like there's gonna be another
I got another country and right. Like they have Mexico now, right? Ireland,
they have Mexico.
UK.
They have some. Is it Brazil?
Yeah, they started the season in Brazil.
So Mexico, Brazil, London, Dublin.
Yep.
I think they're doing one in Germany.
Yep.
Right. So, and I think that's just this year.
And they're talking about adding a permanent team in London.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, so with that, right, and then so you have that where they're expanding sort of globally every year. They're having more games outside of the U.S. Then the commercials that they put out, the what the fuck is it called? Like por la cultura.
Oh yeah,
right. Those commercials where it shows like the Hispanic NFL sort of fan base, right?
We're also in Hispanic Heritage Month or whatever. So and
is that what it is? Maybe,
that's why they're
they're
putting out a lot of it. Yeah, because I think it runs. It's weird. Black people don't get a full month, and then we get like half month. So it's like mid-September to mid-October or something. It's like,
I mean, like, what's going on in this?
Like,
nothing. Give it to them. But but seeing that stuff, I was like, yo, this probably makes perfect sense for the NFL to do it now, right? To go like, hey, this is where we're going. We're making this a more global, or we're trying to make this a more global game. Like, we got to start bringing in global artists.
Oh, it's absolutely a play at. It's fun when you said when you started that, where you're like, oh, you alienating. Because I've saw the outrage online, and even people I've heard make comments and stuff like. And my first reaction is always like, it's not for you. Or they're just like, oh, you're alienating your fans. I'm like, well, you're going to watch the Super Bowl anyway. So it's not for you.
You may not. Listen, if you walk away and go take a piss during halftime.
They don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
the TV's still on. The rating counts, right? Yeah. And also, they're trying to get the Super Bowl is like, one of the highest viewed things in America every year, or the highest viewed thing. It's like, the football fan is going to watch anyway. No matter how much shit you talk or how upset you get about the Super Bowl halftime show or whatever, you're going to watch the game, right? And so the Super Bowl halftime is for everybody else who doesn't, who shows up to the Super Bowl party with their fucking bland casserole and just there for shits and giggles, right? They're there for the betting, for the Super Bowl squares, and they're there to...
And the commercials.
The commercials, right? And they're there to watch the halftime show. That's it. That's who this is for. So, like, to your point, I think you're trying to attract more brown people to watch. You're trying to attract a more international audience because you get all of Latin America, you know, South America, Central America, the Caribbean, you get Spain, you get parts of, you know, like this, it's a global sport, I guess, what they're trying to make it. And then you get a global superstar.
Right.
Like, the amount of people who's like, they didn't speak English, I don't understand it. I go, it just shows how small most people's world is, where they just assume everything is your bubble is the biggest thing. Like,
right.
you know, like you hear people like, oh, like, and I'm guilty of this, right? Like something that's big to me isn't like, I may talk to you, you might be like, oh, I've never heard of that thing. Or you might tell me about something, I'm like, man, I've never heard of that. Like, and it's because our world, we think that we assume that everyone is sort of in it. But if you look at the numbers, if you look at some of the largest artists in the world right now are like K-pop bands, you know, like I've seen them sell out, you know, our arena here sells out K-pop bands I've never heard of. I couldn't name you a song. I don't know who they are.
Me neither, but I know like from my kids that they're super popular. They're not as but
they know that they're popular. They've heard of them.
Like, oh yeah, that's matter of fact. The first time I heard it, was like, oh, K-pop. I'm like, what the fuck is that?
What the fuck is that?
And it's like, oh, it's Korean, like it's Korean pop music. And I was like, oh, so there's and they said they showed me something. And I was like, oh, there's like boy bands.
Yeah,
right. It's like essentially like the '90s boy bands, right? Like I go, okay,
and they're huge. And I have the numbers, dude, to back this up. So the Prime streaming, right? So this is not the first time they've done a concert. They've done several concerts with the biggest artists in the world. So I'm gonna name these in order. Billie Eilish, they did a concert. They streamed. They had 3.5 million views for Billie Eilish.
Okay.
Speaking of K-pop, BTS. So they did a stream of BTS, 4.3 million views worldwide. Not terrible. Taylor Swift, who we assume biggest artist in the world. Megastar. We don't assume. We know megastar. 4.8 million views for Taylor Swift.
Okay.
Beyonce does a show, does slightly better than Taylor Swift. It's a little surprising to me, but does slightly better. 5 million views for Beyonce. Bad Bunny is number one. Try to guess what that Bad Bunny stream. So Beyonce is 5 million. How much do you think? And then number 5 is Billie Eilish at 3.5 million. What do you think Bad Bunny did?
I have no idea, but I'll go double. Is it 10 million?
11.2.
Wow.
That much further ahead. So Bad Bunny did more.
It's not even close.
Than Beyonce and Taylor Swift combined. As a stream. Like, it's not even close. I go, like, so if the debate is like he's not big enough or people don't know who he is and people stuff, I'm like, the numbers say differently because fucking 11.2 million households watch that, which is fucking it's more than Beyonce and Taylor Swift combined.
Yeah. And you know, it's funny, man, like I thought about this from like a corporate standpoint, and I go, yo, so whoever presented the idea of doing Bad Bunny came with numbers, right? Because these guys and women who are at the top of the NFL, they have to approve this shit, right?
Yeah.
And so if somebody's coming with an idea, they got to come with numbers like that to go, yo, you don't want to do it? Look, like here's what Prime just did last weekend,
right?
Do you want those 11 million viewers?
Yeah, mind you, Prime is and again, for you and I, it's like everybody has Prime, right? It's like the obvious thing that we would say.
That's not true.
But that's not true.
It's not true.
Right? Not everybody has Amazon Prime. It is for a lot of us, and maybe a lot of the people listening to this, but in the vast majority of the world, not everybody has Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
And so you not only do you have to have the subscription, or you have to sign up for it to do it. And yeah, I think you could have done it on Twitch too, but you still need to subscribe, right?
Yeah.
And Twitch is an Amazon company. So
is that right?
Yeah, they bought Twitch.
What is those?
Yeah, so it was all Amazon platforms, basically. I think you could do it on Amazon Music, you could do it on Amazon Prime TV, and then you could do it on Twitch because it was all up there.
Which, by the way, the Amazon Music, if you have Prime, you get the Amazon Music as well, and they put that out.
Is it included for free now? I heard that. I feel like I need to use that more, man.
So
I don't use it, and I should. We're on there. I should notice.
No, so the only reason why I know is that while the concert was going on, it was like, matter of fact, it was before the concert. It was like, oh, scan this code, the QR code. So I do that. It prompts me to download Amazon Music since I'm already a Prime member. I got it, and then after the concert, they go, yo, here's the concert album.
Oh, see, I need to
So
go
on
on that. How
Amazon
did
Music,
that's
I got the
fire? And they
the
gave you the
concert
live
album.
album. Wow, that's
Yeah,
dope,
yeah.
man, dude. And I don't want to go too long. 'Cause I know we spent half of the podcast last time talking about this, but one of the cool things, man, is again, representation matters so much, man. Like I'm watching the game on Sunday night where they did the announcement. And so obviously we don't know what's happening. That's why I make the announcement. And they played the song, the Bad Bunny song. And we're like, oh, and me and my kids stop. And we're sitting at this island where you and I are. And I'm sitting here and we're looking back at the screen. And the music plays and we all kind of just pause and we look
Right.
over because we recognize the beat immediately. And it's his face,
It's
right?
his face.
And it's panning out.
Yes, yes.
And we're like, and the minute I see goalposts, I know what it is, right? I go, oh shit. And my kids are like, what? And I'm like, I think he just got the Super Bowl. And then the logo comes up for the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And even my kids are like, oh, like they're like, I've never seen my kids be excited about it. And they've liked the artist, you know, like they like Usher, they like, you know, Kendrick Lamar, they like,
Yep.
you know, I've never seen them like scream, you know, with that like excitement of an artist. And I mean, they don't even listen to him like all the time like
Right.
that. Like they'll listen to him like if I play him in the car or something like that and all that. And I think they recognize that he's from, you know, a place that their heritage is from and all that stuff. And so this is a song, and so they like him. But like the reaction that they had, I was like, you know, it took me back. I was like, oh shit, like they were like genuinely excited, like jumping up and down. And that was even cool to see because I was like, oh, dude, like I wonder how many people. You know, like we talked last week about like a lot of Puerto Rican like super stuff. Maybe like J-Lo comes, you know, she's Puerto Rican, but also she's from New York, right? Like, and so I think if you live in New York, there's a probability at least you feel like there's a higher probability that you're going to succeed, right? It's the whole if you can make it here, you can make it anywhere, like thing, right? If you're a Puerto Rican, bro, in that small island with that many people and that stuff, and you see, and you're interested in music, or you want to be an actor, or you want to be whatever you want to be, and you see that somebody from that little island is now headlining the largest event, like televised event in the world. And you're like, that has to make you feel like, fuck, it's possible. Like it's done. Like, you know, we always talk about this, like you just have to see one person do it for you to like
Exposure, man.
Exposure, man. It's so cool, man. So shout out to him. Like that was nuts. And then I saw the numbers and I went, and since we talked about it last week, I had saved them because I was like, man, we gotta just mention that. Cause I remember thinking like, man, this should be big. And obviously I wasn't expecting that. I mean, I thought it'd be big. Genuinely, man, if you had to ask me like where I would have placed it, I don't think I would have picked him beating Taylor Swift, and I thought he just would have been close
absolutely
to
not.
Beyonce. Like for sure, I didn't think he'd beat Taylor Swift, man. And like, fuck, man, he did.
Yeah.
It was awesome, man. So shout out to that. I can't wait to see the show.
Yeah, man.
Put on for the culture, man.
Yeah,
put on for the culture.
Say, dude, you know, keep proving us wrong, man. You know.
Yeah. Hopefully, do we need the government to run a Super Bowl? Can we still run that shit? Because I know they shut down right now. If they get back and by then, do we need them to air the whole television thing? Like, does that run through government? Because I know TSA agents are pissed off right now because they're not getting paid and they got to work. So are we?
No, I think that I want to say there is still people there's still people that are getting paid, right? The government shut down.
I thought, but they don't get paid. They got to work. I thought it was some weird. I'm pretty, man. I could just be making shit up because I want to be dramatic.
No, I'm not. Right. I'm not sure. I thought they were sort of like part of the deal was they were going to like they're not shutting down like I guess what they deemed as like essentials.
Like essential. Okay. So kind of like COVID shut down.
Man, I got a funny thing, man. I got a letter from the VA that was very one-sided as far as like the note from the VA was literally blamed the Democrats, which could
that's amazing.
Which could be true.
Yeah. I don't know whose fault it is.
I
just think it's funny that they would blame the party.
I just know that like this, we have a government shutdown every fucking. It feels like every year.
Yeah,
like no matter regardless
Obama had one,
regardless of who's in office.
Yeah, who's on.
It's just like listen, you motherfuckers can't balance the budget like. Really?
Yeah.
Like no one can.
Yeah, we've had one
except for Bill Clinton.
We've had. I'm almost positive. I can't think of an administration in my lifetime that hasn't had one. It does say I know Obama.
I want to say probably Clinton years.
No, I think he had one too. He had a long one, man.
Yeah,
Obama had one. I'm pretty sure. Man, fuck. Maybe we should look it up because maybe I'm talking out of my ass here. But like,
Clinton. I thought when Clinton was in office, that was the first time that we had a surplus.
Yes, it was.
Right. And so, but anyway, like fast forward from that to now, you know, you fast forward 25 years and you go, man, none of you motherfuckers can run a checkbook. Like,
right.
Nobody. And so,
Oh, I got it.
go ahead. What you got?
So, government shutdown during the Jimmy Carter years
Okay, that's in the late 70s.
for one day. Ronald Reagan years,
Okay, so that's early 80s.
we had government shutdown. George H.W. Bush, so not
Okay, so that's right after Reagan. So
Yep.
that's like 88 to 92.
Bill Clinton.
Okay, 90. Ooh, I guess 92 to 98. No, 92 to 2000.
And I think something very important to call out. So these were all, so one day, 4 hours. So the rest 4 hours for Ronald Reagan's.
Okay.
And then H.W. Bush had it for 3 days.
Okay.
Then in 1995, Bill Clinton had one for 5 days, one for 21 days.
Okay.
Barack Obama had one for 16 days. Then Barack Obama, and then Donald Trump had one his first term.
Okay.
I think, before I get to that, I think to note, George Bush, is he a junior? George H.W. Bush didn't have one? No. So H.W. Bush is the dad.
W.
So George W. didn't have a government shutdown.
Okay.
So, kudos to him.
Now, also, just for clarity, he came off the heels of Clinton.
Correct.
Right?
But
So
Clinton only had 21 days from 95 to 96. That's first term. That means he didn't, of Clinton's administration. So then Clinton went most of his second term without one.
Without one,
right?
That's
so
what I'm saying.
Right,
so
yeah. So he inherits a Clinton surplus.
Right.
Yeah.
That's my point on that.
Yeah, for sure. So he doesn't have one, right? And then Barack gets one. And then Trump gets one his first term for 35 days, which is the longest one we've had in 50, 60 years. And then the current Trump one is ongoing for 2 days right now. So we'll get it. So it isn't unusual. I guess my point of that is like, it isn't.
And then typically what the government does is they just increase the ceiling on the debt ceiling.
Yeah, we don't fix the budget. We just go, we got more money now.
Dude, that's the shit that I was, it's part of my sort of like theory of like the Civil War kind of theory. It's like you can't keep going into debt further and keep printing money. It just
kind of what we do though. We did that during COVID, right? We did that during
No. It is, and it lasts for some time. It's gonna implode.
Oh, absolutely, man. You
it's gonna implode, and it's gonna affect a lot of people.
Yeah.
Like for instance, like I said something the other day where it was like housing prices, and it talked about a housing price of somebody who bought a house in, like, I don't know, let's just say like in the 50s. I'm making up this time frame.
Yeah.
Like in the 50s, and they paid $17,000 for their house, but like the price of gold was like this, right? And then now that same house sells for, whatever, $700,000, $400,000, whatever it is. But the price of gold is not as high. So essentially, like the $17,000 house is actually worth more than the $400,000 house is now. And so I think the optics of it make us look at it and go, oh, like I'm making all this money, but our purchasing power is fucking way lower than what it was. And so you put yourself, you're putting like our kids' generation into a place where like homeownership may become unattainable.
Yeah.
And then what happens then is that it's almost like the rich get richer, the poor get poorer, right? Like you'll get people that can't afford, so then you'll get the ones that can, like say like corporations like fucking BlackRock and Vanguard to go buy up, which is already happening.
It's already happening,
right?
Yeah.
They buy up all this fucking these properties and this land, and then they just rent it, right? And so you sort of lose out on that. You lose out on the possibility of maybe like generational wealth, right? And the only thing you can hold on to is property.
As you're saying, I don't want to lose a thought. I was actually just looking. I don't want to name the name of the company, but I was looking at a company this week online. I've been trying to like sort of diversify where like I invest money in, and one of them is a company that buys property.
Yep,
it's a large fund, and you put money into it, and the idea is you buy a lot of single family homes, and at the corporate level. And then they rent them out, and you're gaining rent and all that stuff. And some of it can be multi-unit places.
So you try and buy into it, and then you kind of get
you buy into a fund the same way you do a Vanguard, same way you do, and that fund may have one house, it may have 10, it may have 15. It just depends on how much you want to buy into it for. But it's a company. buying these houses.
I did hear about
and
this.
then it's multiple.
I
Yeah.
heard about something like this through it's a podcast actually.
Okay.
So
I've seen there's 3 or 4 big ones that I've seen that already do this. But anyway, sorry, but it just made me think of like how many of these, like how you have to do it that way now. And there's companies like you said, BlackRock and all that stuff, these private equity firms, large corporations. I lived in a neighborhood where I had my previous house where there was houses that seemed abandoned.
Yeah.
No one was ever there, but when you went up to them, they had paperwork and stuff on the door that said that they were owned, and it would always be some corporation. They took care of the house, they did all that stuff, but no one lived there. They just let it sit.
Yeah.
They're just holding on to the land or holding on to the property, whatever,
Right.
you know, like it's already happening, man. And like you're seeing it take off more and more and more because eventually it's going to be like the only people that can buy video game companies and sports team now are the Saudis, right? So it's like outright. So it's like the only people going to be able to buy houses outright for the most part are going to start
Right.
being
So it be corporations. Oh.
Unless you're buying, in some town that's not up and coming, like that sort of thing. But dude, I was talking to a recruiter,
like job recruiter
today, like job recruiter, and they were telling me that even the salaries are down now, which is interesting, like for a role. And it was crazy. In some cases, they were giving me like 10 to 20% differences in salaries compared to a few years ago. It's like, the things you're seeing before where these companies were like overpaying for people and specific types of roles. She's like, man, I'm seeing the offers come in at like, $20,000-$25,000 less.
Oh, wow.
In some cases for the exact same role. And she goes like, and in many cases for like more, the ask is higher.
The ask is higher. Yeah,
it's fascinating. Yeah. It's really weird because it's a part of this whole, or potentially part of like minimum wage going up, the interest rates, the potentially what happens with terrorists, and it's like a combination of a lot of things. Right. It isn't like this one thing. And I don't know all of it, right? Like it's so nuanced in every direction, but you could certainly just see the end result of it right now where we are. And then eventually, there'll be some study that'll be like, okay, how do we get here? And someone will connect all the dots, right? But like right now, we're just kind of like, man, what the fuck is happening right now? Like you said, like buying a house used to be the American dream and it was attainable. And now for a lot of people, it's like, especially where we live, like it's damn near impossible to buy a house where we live now if you're not someone who makes, $150,000, $200,000 a year, which is very few, people. It's a single digit percentage of people that make that.
No, very much so, man. And it just feels like, I mean, I know 20 years to somebody's a long time, but it's just like, I feel like 20 years ago, I would be telling, family maybe I lived up north, like, yo, come down here. Like it's affordable and here's what you can get.
And you tell them the opposite now.
And now it's just like, yo, like
don't bother.
Like forget it.
Forget it. It's I have to have that same conversation with you.
Same. Because I remember back then, even close to 30 years ago, man, I remember in Jersey, as a matter of fact, somebody that my wife worked with bought a house and she paid like $400,000. And I remember at that time, houses around in these neighborhoods, not in this in particular, but in the area, under $100K.
Yeah. You'd be like, yo, you could buy 5 houses. Yeah. That's 4 or 5 houses.
Yes. And you're just like, man, why are you doing that? But now, man, it's like, man, we've moved into that arena. So I don't know what the answer is.
Dude, I'm almost certain that the house that I moved into here was less than $100,000, back when we moved here about 25 years ago.
Yeah.
In terms of, and I mean, my mom and all that stuff. And you couldn't get into that neighborhood now for less than like
probably $500,000.
Yeah, close to, maybe $750,000, like, but I'm talking like maybe you can get in there for like $350, but you're talking like 1,400 square feet. You know what I mean? 1,500 square feet. You're not talking like a significant amount of space. So, it's changed drastically, man. Fuck, man, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what the answer is, man.
Yeah,
I guess we'll see.
Yep.
All right, man. Hit me up with what's up with the all woman nightclub.
Yeah, I want to talk about this shit last week.
I know you did.
Someone opened up an all-women's nightclub. And
okay, so hold on. So what is this? When you say all women, is it all like all 4 women, or is it like give me the?
Yeah. So basically, the clientele is all women. So no men are allowed in the club. So
but men are dancing, I'm assuming.
No, it's a nightclub. So like a club. So there's a DJ and you go in, you have drinks and you just dance and you just chill.
So it's a gay club?
But nope, it's just only allows women in. What do you think could possibly go wrong with a nightclub where you just let women in? So it's like a safe space, it's the whole like you don't have to worry about guys hitting on you. You don't have
Right.
to
So,
worry
so you
about
can get a little loose.
because we're fucking gross, right? So I get it. Like, so women get to go there and feel comfortable and
Okay,
like
okay.
hang out with their girls and do all that stuff.
Yeah, but girls
However,
they don't like each other.
also, they don't like to spend money or they're not used to having to spend money. So this fucking club only
that's
lasted one night. Guess what happened?
They went bankrupt.
They went bankrupt in the night, bro, because women don't have to buy their own drinks. And so when they found out that they had to buy their own drink at the club, they're like, why the fuck would I go to a club and pay for my own drink? And so the club failed epically, very quickly, because they were saying like we sold 0 bottles for the bottle service.
Yeah,
We sold some alcohol in the thing, but like bottle service and all that stuff where they made a lot of margin.
Yeah.
0 sales, like 0. And I was like, yeah, because only stupid guys who have to pay their way to get laid by bottles at the club, they don't fucking, women aren't like, I'm like, bro, like women aren't stupid enough. Like if you don't even have to be good looking, bro. If you're a woman who
it's dark for a reason.
Right. You will never have to buy food or a drink anywhere ever again, like ever. And so, and like we're the stupid ones who foot the bill for this shit. Like, because, we fought for the fucking, batting their eyelashes and shit out of us. Like, the fact that a club would go like, oh, I know, let's make them feel comfortable and safe and welcome here. It's like, you didn't make them richer and you didn't make them think like, hey.
Where was this at?
Oh, good question. Let me get, let me pull it up because I had it.
It's got to be one of these cities like Atlanta.
Oregon, or it's all Subarus and fucking, I should have just Googled it. Yo, because even gay clubs, right? If it's all women, like, do you think it would do well?
Yeah, right. The butchers, right? The butchers will. I'm sorry, that's probably a bad term. What do they call it? The studs.
Yeah,
the studs would probably roll up with the money.
Oh,
right.
Yeah,
but if it's not that,
yeah,
right? If it's an all woman club, I guess there's no clubs for heterosexual. I guess those were all. But
tell me what it is. Sorry, I see all these headlines, and all the headlines are all female nightclub shuts down after one night. All women one nightclub after the first night open of operation because no bottles were sold.
And they don't say where it is?
Yeah, I'm trying to read the whole article. It doesn't tell me where it was. The pictures are kind of hilarious because it's all women just sitting around. Turns out gossiping doesn't pay your fucking liquor bill. Yeah, I gotta find out where it is.
Does comfort,
Mona's Ladies Lounge. So where's Mona's? By the Tasmanian Civil and Administrative Tribunal. That's got to be Australia, right? Tasmanian.
Yeah, without.
Yeah, like or Tasmania, which is off the coast of Australia. So it's the other side of the world. Yeah, that would make sense.
Well,
we're not stupid enough in America to think, you know what? I respect American women enough to know that y'all wouldn't have fell for this fucking fuckery. Y'all would have been
well, apparently they didn't either.
But I feel like most women here would be like, nah, first off, I'm trying to go. Women ain't going clubbing, bro, to dance with each other as much as they want to say that. Like, some of them, sure, they don't want to go get bothered and harassed and all that shit. But for the most part, somebody trying to leave with dick at the end of the night. And also, they're not trying to pay for their own liquor. So it's like, terrible idea. No American would ever come up with this concept.
I'm so glad I'm past some club days.
You're retiring to Jersey. It's in the Raptors.
That's a wrap. That is a wrap. What's up with the UFO?
Bro, do you see the video of this UFO getting shot by a missile?
I did not. I heard about it, but I did not see the. I did not see the video.
I can't even. You guys have got to watch the video because it doesn't do any justice, and I just sound like a crazy fucking UFO nerd. But there's a UFO, and it's on fucking film, and like they're giving instructions, like get the fuck out of whatever airspace or whatever it is, and it's not complying. Obviously, there's no response to it. It's this aircraft. They don't know what the fuck it is.
Yeah.
After some warning shots, we shoot missiles at it.
Okay.
The missiles bounce off, and the UFO keeps flying like nothing ever happened. It Harlem shakes the missile off, bro, and then
so you can actually,
I can't even describe it. Just watch the fucking video.
You can see it.
Yeah, it's a radar video of it, of the missile hitting it, and you could see it sort of divert course like slightly, and then it like gets itself back in. Just like, bro, when I tell you, it literally Harlem shakes the missile off, and it just keeps going. That's literally what it does, bro.
Dude, so the missile doesn't explode, or does it?
No, it almost like bounces off of it, like it just like a bullet ricocheting off metal, bro. And then it
That's weird, man, because a lot of missiles are like, yeah, like when they get there even.
And if it did, this shit only
It
went
just
off
didn't
course
matter,
like a few
right?
feet and it came back to do its thing. And it's on video, so it's wild because there's like a video that
Where was
are.
that? And where was that?
Oh, I forget what airspace it was in, but it was released by our military. So it's our footage.
Yo, and we don't give a fuck, bro.
No, bro, we were too busy worried about some fucking guy who trolls YouTube kids to care. We were too busy worried about him getting killed. I'm gonna tell you right now, because even I don't know. You see, because I was too worried about the other shit. Show up a missile bounce out. U.S. drone. So new video shows U.S. drone tracking a globing. So the video was shot by a drone. It's a Hellfire missile. So you would probably know more about a Hellfire missile than I would.
I don't remember. I remember the name. I don't remember what what it does or anything like that. Or like how it, like sort of how it detonates if it's something that's like impact related.
Dude, so the video it has come out because of a whistleblower. I don't know if I mentioned that one inside the story.
Okay,
So
no,
there's this whole trial going on, and so they had to show the video in court in this whistleblower's trial, and he's talking about how the Hellfire missile strikes this unidentified object, and then it just bounces off of it, and the object keeps flying, and it doesn't deter it. It doesn't move course. It doesn't do anything. It just goes. I'm trying to see if they actually release where it happened, or maybe it's classified still. Yeah, it doesn't appear to show where it happened. Smacks UFO and bounces right off, and it was revealed at a U.S. congressional hearing. It's in like an oversight committee meeting for this. Near Yemen, found it.
Oh, okay.
So it happens near Yemen.
Oh shit, it's on YouTube.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, the video's everywhere, bro. And again, it was shown at a U.S. congressional hearing. It's not like it's some hoax or whatever. Like, I mean, unless I guess the video could be doctored, the government could be, maybe they want to keep us distracted that day. Who knows? But I'm a nerd who's into the UFO shit.
Yeah, I'm actually.
You watching it? Look at this shit. It's like playing Pong, bro. He just goes off course, like playing a little video game. He hit sticks that shit like in Madden, speaking of EA, and just keeps it moving.
Trying to see like there's a. Nah, fuck it. Doesn't matter. You know what? See how easy I shrugged that shit off?
Yeah. That's what we all been doing.
A lot of shit that we don't fucking see on there, man.
So
yeah. keeping with the UFO shit, what's up with the astronaut?
Oh, dude. This guy, man. This is amazing. Well, for us, because we get to talk about it on this podcast, not for the person involved in this story. So this 80-year-old woman thought she was having a little chat with somebody who liked her, was in there, like hitting on her and shit.
Yeah.
And turns out this guy was an astronaut, or so he said he was. And he sends her messages, he sends her a text talking about, I love you, baby. You're my everything. Well, he's texting her, she's an 80-year-old woman, so she's been messaging him back and forth on WhatsApp. And then he asked her, do you have any money? And she goes, yes, my love, I have anything. What do you need?
Yeah.
And she's writing in like, I don't believe she's 80 because she's using fucking like the letter 4 or the number 4. Sorry, the letter 4.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, but anyway, he says,
she's
look.
using like new shorthand.
I respect, also, if he got the money from her, he deserves it. Because the message reads, look, I'm stranded in space and I need money for O2. I'm gonna die, baby, please help me. I love you. And she sends him money right away. Sends him $6,000 to start.
Give him gift cards.
And then she's like, yo, are you there? Please respond. And then the rest of the messages are her just like pleading for him, like, answer, are you okay? Did something happen? Da 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 da. And homeboy just got his money and dipped. And I'm going to assume he's not a real astronaut. He is not, in fact, stranded in space. And he did not need money for oxygen. This bitch thinks he's got to stick quarters in the machine to keep the oxygen rolling.
Baby, you got to send him in gift cards.
And I was like, yo, this bitch is 80. What did y'all think was going to happen? And then I was like, she shouldn't be doing shit like this.
How much did he ask for, did it say?
Well, no, it doesn't. He doesn't ask for a specific amount, but she goes like, I just sent you $6,000. Let me know if that's enough. And then just keeps going, bro.
I'd have been like, listen, that only bought me 4 hours.
I'll go, yeah. I'm going to need you to stick another quarter in the machine. By quarter, I mean $250,000 fucking. Bro, and then I was like, yo, it's so sad because like 80-year-olds are gullible and like, things like that. And I was like, you should just let them stick to shit that they should be doing and are good at, like running the country or or bingo night, whatever.
Yo, it just goes to show too, man, that we like we don't do well with loneliness, man. Like
No,
we just don't want to be lonely, man.
We'll believe shit right
you get
away.
somebody to fucking pay attention to you, man, you know, and say the right things to you, and man, humans will fucking, I don't want to say we'll fall for anything, but yeah. Like,
So I know I'm gonna fall for some ill shit when I'm old because I talk so much shit to people. You know what I mean? So I know I'm gonna get got on some dumb shit.
yeah.
Because I'm ruthless about my shit.
Like, I need $6,000 so I can get to you to blow you. You're gonna be sending that check when you need it.
Can I Venmo? What's your Venmo? I'm like, I know I'm gonna fall for some dumb shit.
No, I need it in gift cards.
Just because I'm so aggressive at how I make fun of them that I go, y'all deserve it. I'm self-aware, I know.
Yeah, how we doing on time, bro?
Dude, we're 56 minutes.
Bet. Tell me about the Red Lobster waitress.
Ooh, bro. And you know what, man? And Red Lobster's been suffering a little bit lately.
And they've been kind of on the rocks.
I think they're in the middle of bankruptcy.
right?
Yeah, they're in the rocks for a while. They went public and then they got taken back private. I don't think they're.
Oh, did they really? Okay.
Yeah, they were part of Darden Restaurant Group.
So
and then
are they not?
Off and no, they're not part of.
So they did break off of that.
Yeah, a while back, and then they went public, and then they got bought by a private company that owned the shrimp. It's like some shrimping company, and they had the all-you-can-eat shrimp, and that shit didn't work out. And I think they're in the middle of bankruptcy. Almost positive.
Is Olive Garden still part of Darden? I always felt like
I think Olive Garden spun off
like
too,
Red,
man.
Olive Garden, Red Lobster was I don't know. I always kind of put those two together.
Yeah.
No, they're not.
It's equally as ratchet, right? Or just not.
When you're really young, that was like the place that was nice. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. I might have found a way that these guys could save their company. Although on the surface, they might not look like it. So there was this 27-year-old waitress at Red Lobster. She was arrested. This was this past Friday. So that's how we're recording the pod.
Where?
Where do you think this happened?
Well, tell me what happened, and I'll tell you.
I'm gonna tell you what happened. I want you to guess the place.
All right. Here we go.
So,
I'm ready.
Witnesses say the waitress had served the family of four who racked up about $122 bill on some lobster tails and shrimp and whatnot.
Okay.
When they left no gratuity. So they didn't tip her. They paid the bill. Just walked out. So she allegedly chased them into the lobby, shouting, "You can't eat like royalty," and stiffed the worker who brought it to you. And then she grabbed a tray of Cheddar Bay biscuits, which I think is phenomenal that they use Cheddar Bay biscuits because you know that's what they're known for. More than the lobster, I read lobster people, the first thing they will mention are the biscuits. So I love that the biscuits are at the center of this whole controversy. And she flung that shit towards the group and just started chucking shit at them. And then she assaulted them with biscuits in the parking lot and started throwing food and stuff at them. So several stunned customers, so stunned, they filmed the scene the whole time. So there's a video. And by the next morning, there was all kinds of clips online of the biscuit throwing incident that had gone viral. And obviously there's like debates behind tipping and whether you should tip and not tip and online and all that. But then also, I was like, yo, not only for Red Lobster, if you're a restaurant, there's an opportunity here. Like, for customers to tip, if you go, yo, I'll fight you, and then you set percentages up, right? If I win, I don't got to give you shit, but if you win, your tip is 100%. I don't know. We could agree on the stakes later, but I go, yo, this is how you save Red Lobster, and you turn it into Waffle House that serve lobster. Like everybody knows you fight at Waffle House, right?
This is definitely in the South.
Yeah. All right. So you got the region, right?
It's definitely in the Southeast.
Except this particular state, the further north you go, the more southern it gets.
Fuck, it's got to be in Florida or Georgia.
It's Florida. All right, now, what city of Florida do you think this would have taken place? Now, I'm going to show you a picture of her, and then you tell me what city of Florida you think she's in. That's the picture of the server.
Orlando.
I'm so happy. I think when we do the video, I gotta put up a picture of me sick because it makes it funnier that you guessed Orlando based on the picture of her. Oh, that's so good. Unrelated news: she no longer lives here. She got deported, and her baby's it's a car orders with his.
Like, I knew she looked for me. Homeboy had a picture with her face on it. It was like, save Isabella.
Oh my God, bro. It's a GoFundMe to pay the cartel to bring her back. Oh my God,
man,
bro.
that's
You know, the fact that you guessed Orlando is great. Yep. It's happening at Red Lobster in Orlando, bro. Oh,
you
my
know which
God.
one?
Ooh.
That's a good.
There's only
It's
so
probably
many
not.
like
Yeah,
here,
it's
bro.
probably not on there.
Let me see. Orlando Red Lobster incident. Let's see. Because there's only so many here now, right? The one I'm thinking about, I don't think is open anymore, which is the one by UCF. Oh. So the victims were here on vacation, so it's got to be close to the Disney area.
Okay.
So is there one out there on 535 or something?
Yeah, I was
like
gonna
that?
say there's some in like in not Orlando, but for me, there's something like and there's one in that Kissimmee area that's near Disney, but that's not Orlando, right?
Oh no, this is a different one. Yo, I put like incident and like somebody getting shot at a Red Lobster on Lake Buena Vista comes up, but this shit was like in the 90s. Yeah, I gotta find it because it would be kind of hilarious if it was like Kissimmee, which it's got to be, right?
No, if it says Orlando, then it's probably Orlando, man.
Yeah.
What's going on with the biker gang?
Wait, which one?
Biker gang.
Oh, dude, this is actually a cool story. There's a biker gang. Damn, I want to get their name right because I do want to give them credit for it. So there was this biker gang that I almost put as my carbon footprint last week, and then even considered it this week. And I guess in a way they are, but they are. It's called Bikers Against Child Abuse International. BACA. Okay. So they call themselves BACA. And it's a nonprofit organization that empowers abused children by creating a safer, more supportive environment. So it's like this united sort of group of bikers. They provide, according to them, like strength and protection to children standing through a difficult time, including court appearances as needed. And so what they'll do is like if kids have these trials of being abused, whether it's sexual abuse, physical abuse, whatever it is, and they have to go to court and they have to face their accuser and have to do stuff, the biker gangs pull up with them.
Oh, as support.
As like support, almost like as their security, so that they feel safer just in case something happens, but just to kind of look out for them and all that. But I thought it was cool that like, you know, a group of people that, you know, people will look at as threatening or whatever the case may be, like
kind of works out in this case.
Right. Exactly, man. And I thought it was neat that they were doing this kind of work, and there would even be something like that, man. And you know, in those situations, man, like it's tough enough as an adult. I can't even imagine what that's like as a kid. And you have to, you know, confront people like that. And so to have a biker gang, like some Sons of Anarchy shit in there. Fit apart. Like it's got to feel cool. It's doesn't comfort. And maybe, like, who knows, man, maybe there are scenarios where these kids wouldn't even want to testify or tell the story or go in court or whatever stuff, and maybe this is the difference between them doing it or not.
Yeah.
And hopefully ultimately getting them justice and getting them in a better situation, man. So I thought, I saw that story, man. I was talk a lot of shit, and you know, obviously there's a lot of horrific shit happening all the time. I feel like politically there's been all kinds of crazy stuff, but it's cool to see a story like that, especially from a group that I think, you know, most people would assume is just. I guess you don't associate biker gangs are like two things, I think, to most people. They just don't exist. Like, we're just like, that's some cartoony shit or something you see in the movies or a TV show. Or you have this like negative connotation tied to them, you know, for whatever reason. And some of it is, you know, deserved. But I think that is the duality of that, and just how you just get this group that's like menacing, but in this case, the menacing part sort of works. And whether it's true or not that they're menacing, right? It doesn't matter because the perception is that it is, but it works to the favor in this case. So yeah.
And then the dude, like, you know, I look at things like that, and I always go like, what is the impact to the kid? Not just in the moment, but for later. Like, what does that do? Man, I was at work And I'll tell you a little bit about this off air, but at work I have to do like a 5-minute presentation on like my sort of like career path. And then kind of sprinkle in some like, oh, I'm kind of into this and into that outside of work. But when I was putting this together, and I was looking at like sort of like my work history and like how I got into the jobs and how I got into my career, and it all boiled down to, after that, at the very end, it all boiled down to people. And that's why I'm sort of tying this into this biker gang thing, man. That's just what it's like. Who knows what this does for this kid? Does this kid become somebody like that kind of fights for the rights of other people? Does that person become like a lawyer who can then defend, you know? But the people in your life, man, like, don't ever discount the people that you come into contact with. I was looking down like my path, my particular path, and there's so many people that impacted the trajectory of my life, whether it was getting a job or whether it was getting into the career that I'm in or going into the Marine Corps, or right. And a lot of those people, man, I don't even talk to anymore. But it was
but they played such a huge instrumental role in the
role,
direction of your
man.
life, man. Wow.
Huge role, man. And it's like, you know, we're definitely influenced by the people we spend the most time with.
Mhm.
But there's so many people in my life that or that have been in my life that have influenced the trajectory of my life for a period or for lifelong.
Okay.
The guy that told me about the degree that I ended up pursuing in college, I don't even remember his name.
Wow.
I don't even remember. We weren't friends. We were acquaintances.
Was he at school?
Yeah.
Wow, man.
He was
I don't remember a lot of my
acquaintance, man.
Actually, I couldn't name you a single college classmate's name unless it was someone I went to high school with that I happened to run, it's like see there
That
as
you
well.
see there as well, yeah.
I don't know a single person.
Dude, my high school buddy of mine that I haven't talked to in years. Like I wouldn't even consider him a friend anymore, man. But he's the one that convinced me to go into the Marine Corps. With him, we went in together, and we don't talk anymore.
Yeah,
and it's like,
that's
man,
crazy.
like,
yeah, and that was pivotal, right? Like,
dude, the guy, I've been in my current place of employment for 18 years. The person, it's been 18 years, bro. The person that literally called me was a former coworker, another guy that I don't speak to anymore, former coworker that literally goes, "Hey, this recruiter friend of mine called me up about this job. I don't want it, but I thought about you. Here's her number. Give her a call if you're interested." And then here I am 18 years later. You know what I mean? Like, it's so, dude, like the people in your life, like, just kind of bring this back full circle. It's like, don't discount people and don't discount the impact that people just being in contact
there's some basic
with people,
not always basic, but just a conversation, or like you said, just making contact or whatever. Like, you never know which conversation is going to change the trajectory of your life, man. Like, yeah, dude. I've had very similar situations where, like, there's so many things that had to go. It depends which way you look at it, right and or wrong or whatever.
of
Like,
course.
For me to end up in a situation that I've been in and know the people that I've known, and like. It's when you were saying that, it reminded me of, like, I have this thing with my kids, like, especially lately, like teenagers, and I got a high school and a middle schooler, and they're, you got the peer pressure thing, you got, like, and it's like telling them, and it's almost, and like, sometimes I'm like, man, am I being negative about that, or maybe am I just projecting sort of like what my experience was, and that's not the only experience that could potentially happen, but it's like, peer pressure leads us in our way, and I tell them all the time, I'm like, hey, you're not even going to speak to some of these people 5 years from now, 6 years from now, 3 years from now, 2 years from now, whatever. Like, I go, 20 years from now, they're not going to play any role in your life whatsoever. And you're going to be pissed, or you're going to have regrets if you look back and you think about that you made these decisions based on how you felt like maybe your friends would think about you today. Right. Like, don't let that hold you back from doing certain things. And I have that conversation with them all the time. But then the flip side of that, and maybe I don't talk about that enough, is like, you also never know who could make a good impact, like, to your point, or not even good or bad, but just push you in a direction of something that ends up becoming such a pivotal part of your life, or just a big
Yeah,
part of your
bro.
life, man. Like it's crazy. I say, like, dude, you say 18 years. I'm like, yo, you and I have been friends for 18 years.
Yeah.
Like, cause we started within the same week at this place, and we were pretty much friends, like, quickly, like, right from the jump. And I'm like, man, I think about how many friendships I've had even that long. It's like
Not many, man.
not many, man. And I don't know if that's even normal now. Like, back in the day, I felt like you hear older people being like, oh, we've been friends, for 50 years or 60 years or whatever. I don't know if that's the case, which is weird because we're more connected now, or we have the ability to be more
We have the
connected now,
ability to
rather.
be, yeah.
Um,
I think we fake that we're more connected. I think we use like the whole
Ooh,
Facebook
I
thing.
like that. You're right.
I think we
W-
use
We're
social.
superficially more
Yeah,
connected, but we're not actually
right.
more connected. No, you're right about that,
Sometimes,
man.
dude, I can think about someone right now off the top of my head. So, a sort of an acquaintance, friend, or whatever you want to call him, but somebody that we used to work with, that I see his social media posts all the time. And so it's cool for me because I go like, oh, so-and-so's having fun over here or doing this thing, or, oh my God, yeah, of course he's doing that, right? Like, um, but the last time that I spoke to that guy, like, there's no way that we're not connected, man.
Right.
I'm just sort of eavesdropping on his life because he's making it available.
That's such a good way. You- Yeah, yeah.
Right? That's what we
And
do,
and
man.
and and some of us just want to do that, right? Like, we just go like, oh, I wonder what so and so, like, is doing, and we're just nosy, and it's like soap opera for us, right?
Right.
But, like, in reality, like, we actually don't care. Like, it's entertainment, and it's funny. You didn't even have to finish that thought. I know exactly who you're
You
talking
know
about. Um, and I do the same thing with this person, like, and I have an even more distant relationship to them than you
Yeah.
do, and I do the same thing, and I'm like, yeah, same reactions. Like, of course they're living at that. Of course that's happening to them. Of course that's what
Now
they're
let me
doing.
tell
Of
you,
course.
if I seen the guy out, it would be like,
Oh,
oh, what's up? Blah, blah, blah. Right? I would talk to him.
people who love him. I don't know people who
Yeah.
don't. Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah, yeah. It's not a
like,
knock on him at all. Yeah,
no, 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 not at all. I think the guy, I think he's
but I
always
think,
been
but
great.
you're right. It's like, to say that we're friends
Right.
would be, yeah, an overstatement of the relationship, and then to feel like I know him on a personal level. No, but on the flip side, I gotta be like, I've had nothing but great experiences with him. I've been part of some of those, like, the social media posts of whatever, and
Yep.
I've had those moments where I'm like, oh yeah, I get it, why everybody likes you and hangs out with you, and why you find yourself in all these amazing scenarios. They're really easy to like and get along with, and
Yes,
do that stuff.
absolutely.
Like, I definitely get that part of it, for sure. But to your point, which I love, it's like, we actually pretend to be more connected now, but in reality, we don't care. We just want to, I think a lot of us, like, we want to feel better about ourselves. So we want to see other people in shitty situations. Like, is really or like, if you see that someone else's life is a train wreck, it makes you feel better about yours. And so I think we just kind of enjoy
I
the,
think that's it right there,
yeah.
right? Because I think the opposite, right? If you see somebody living that, like, sort of what you perceive as a better life than you, then like you see
We don't actually
people
want
are
to see
fucking
that, man.
jealous,
Yeah,
man. Like
yeah.
it's
We
just
don't
like,
actually,
oh,
we hate each other too much for that shit, man. We
dude,
don't
it's
actually
it's,
want to
it's
see
kind
that.
of crazy, man. And I think that we need to, including myself, man. Just you gotta sort of really take inventory of the people that actually matter to you, and make sure you actually reach out to them and not just like a fucking post or anything like that, man. Like, let them know that they're, that they're special in your life and that they mean something to you. And not, again, not just a like on a post, man.
Yeah, no, for sure, man.
I never thought about that. I said it a little while ago. It's like the whole, like, we eavesdrop on each other's
No,
lives
that's
for
such
the
a
most part,
good,
right?
dude. You know how many people, it's weird. You ever see someone in public that you follow on social media because whatever, maybe there's like a few degrees of separation there, and then you see them in public and you're like, oh shit, like, I could tell this person a bunch of shit. I could ask them a bunch of shit about their life. That's things that I've observed the last few years, and maybe they wouldn't even know who the fuck you are, or they'd be creeped out.
They'd be like, how do you
Why
know?
do you know that? Also, like, maybe they're not even realizing that they're putting that out there. But I find myself in scenarios like that all the time where I run into someone and I'm like, oh yeah, you just went to so and so, so and so. And then I'm like,
You know what
man,
I
that would be creepy as fuck, because all I have is I've observed their life, like, on fucking
with
social
things
media.
like that, bro, the way that I would approach that is just like, oh, dude, I saw you posted XYZ,
Uh,
and then leave it there.
I kind
Because
of like to be cryptic.
and you're like, oh yeah, bro, I know you was in. And be like, wait a minute, I didn't.
Nah, I'd go by it. I'd be like, how's your mom? And then I just walk off. They could have just had some horrific shit about their mom fighting some disease. Just ask that, like, just walk off. Could be or like, you know how you could tell who's getting a divorce by the post suddenly change like very dramatically, whether it's a guy or a girl. There's a certain thing. Just walk by and be like, "You on the dating apps yet?" And then they'd be like, "What the fuck is your name?"
Oh, there you go. If you go, how's your mom? But you haven't checked in a while. So you're like, oh, she died 3 months ago.
Just I like to fuck with people like that. So that's some shit I would say, like something I'd be like, "Who?" I'll just make them real sad. I like to make situations awkward that shouldn't be. So I would definitely answer with some Welsh.
Yeah, you are an asshole.
I've heard that a lot of times. Like a couple times this week. I'm starting to think it's true. I've heard that from 3 or 4 different people this week. I'm starting to believe it.
Yo, on that, tell them where they can find us.
At the Carbon Footprint Podcast, at the Super Bowl halftime show with Bad Bunny.
Damn right.
At Carbon Footprint Podcast on IG, at Carbon Footprint Podcast on TikTok, at Carbon FE Pod on X. Put the Carbon Footprint Podcast on Facebook or YouTube or any of your favorite audio platforms. So Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, Audible. Geo7 tune in, Podchaser, Pocket Cast, Radio Cast, just Deezer, all of it. We're on everything if it exists. Tell your smart device to play us. Tell Siri to play us. Tell your Google Home, your Bixby if you're on a Samsung. Whatever you got, just tell it to play us. It'll find us. For whatever fucking reason, we get confused with shows that love nature because it's called the Carbon Footprint, so they think we're out here trying to save the earth, and that couldn't be any further from the truth. We want to burn this thing down before we go, and but yeah, and then do we have a lot of engagement on posts this week, which just goes to show that, like, I think it was kind of the point of the post is like how the political discourse would immediately separate people. And I've noticed we had a slight political post this week on our social media, and the engagement is better, higher than anything we ever post. So just go, and it kind of proved the point. There's people in there that are so fucking upset. But yeah, no, keep commenting either way.
We love it all.
We love it all. So
and as always, we appreciate you guys. We'll see you next week.
See you next week.
Hey.
Peace.